MeTV 24 Meridian proudly presents your favorite way to start the day. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Candace.
And good morning from Scotty Ray and Candace as we begin your Thursday morning. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm
Getting along?
Yeah, I am. Was in a rush this morning, so I was not early like I was yesterday.
Not
well,
Candace.
I was a little bit early, but not like yesterday. So
I mean, she did. You were 3 minutes early this morning. I give you
yeah, I
credit for
was just a little bit.
that. A cow is going to be in the middle of the road one day, and you will not make it. I'm just here to tell you.
No, I probably won't. But yeah, I was booking it, trying to get here for sure.
This morning's topic is: if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Have you ever had one of those days?
Yes, I have. You try to just kind of,
Upgrade, I think is the word.
Something, or yeah.
I was going to upgrade my internet and all that good stuff. And I got one of them new little boxes and I turned it on and nothing worked. I was down for 5 hours last night. And then we talked to the lady on the phone who is the, what do you call those people that you call when something doesn't work?
Customer service or representative.
And she had this big rooster in the background. And I'm pretty sure that was Ethiopia.
Yeah.
Because it was not the United States. But, it didn't work out till they transferred me to an old girl. I think she was in Florida and she smoked Pall Malls.
Really. She had that gruff sounding voice.
And I could hear Sammy Kershaw in the background, Queen of My Double Wide, playing. And I said, this is my woman. And she finally got it to working. But I'm telling you, if it ain't broke and everything works, leave it alone.
I got some big hair this morning, Scotty Ray. I always have big hair, but
I don't see the big hair.
Well, I'm glad you got the thing to working. Yeah, I do have. Sometimes I get a little when I'm in a hurry and I'm teasing my hair and trying to get it all done. Yeah.
Now, we're on backup lighting this morning because for whatever reason, it doesn't like the new network, my other light. So
it's like we're laying on the beach.
Yeah, that's what it is. So hopefully by tomorrow, we'll get our lighting all fixed up for everybody. But thank you all for joining. I'm through complaining now.
Yeah, we really appreciate y'all joining us every morning. And we love getting your comments and everything. And so, yeah.
So are you doing the beach thing anytime this year?
I don't know. I hadn't been to the beach in years.
Well, I'm talking like Collinsville Beach. I wasn't talking about the big beach.
No. I've not been to Collinsville Beach in a long, long time. I hadn't. I mean, I don't know why. I mean,
Just
there's
right
nothing
around the
wrong.
corner?
I mean, really, when I was little, like when I was younger, and my mother would take us up there all the time, and she and some of her friends would lay out in the sun. We'd play in the water,
Then there's Kemper Lake and then Archusa. There's local places.
I don't know. I need to start doing stuff like that. Because, I mean, we made a lot of good memories when I was little doing that. I'm seriously. I know you're joking probably, but
No. I agree with it. But who remembers as a kid those pimento cheese sandwiches that used to be made for? Do you still eat those?
I do now, but when I was a kid, I wouldn't have touched a pimento and cheese sandwich.
So my mama wore me out on them, and I can look at them now and go, man, that's okay.
Have you ever had a mayonnaise sandwich?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, when I was little, that's what I used to eat was a mayonnaise sandwich. I can remember we stayed outside all day long. And I don't know, I just don't think it was as hot back then as it is now. Maybe I just could take it a little more because I was a kid. But I can remember staying outside all day long. And if we got thirsty, we either drank water out of the water hose.
Yep.
And it had that real metallic-y taste.
It was.
Or we'd go knock on the door and Mama would hand us a mayonnaise sandwich and something to drink out, outside. But we stayed outside all the time.
I can remember, and those of you who know Jimmy Thomas from Kemper County, he and I were in college together, and when we couldn't wake his mama up at 11:30 or midnight, we'd have to resort to potato chip sandwiches.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever had one of those?
I've had a Dorito sandwich.
But you take a piece of bread and put a couple of potato chips in it and squish it. That'll fill you up.
Yeah, it will.
Hard times.
Do what you got to do. That's right.
Old money was running low on about Wednesday night, trying to make it to Friday in college. It was
ramen noodles,
Yeah.
You ever eaten those? Yeah, a lot of people live off those when they're in college.
And
some of them live off of when they're adults. Yeah.
It's a quick meal and it's not, and probably one of the best. And a lot of people go, ooh, is go ahead this morning, no matter where you're watching from, go to the grocery store and get you a can of potted meat. It is like a delicacy in the Deep South.
And I don't eat the potted meat. I've never tried it. It don't sound good to me. Potted meat. It just, I don't know. But I did eat Spam. You ever had Spam?
Yeah, and it's pretty bad. And you'll cut yourself with that can.
not just like in this. It sounds nasty, but
It
I can
is.
remember my mother would fry
I have had it.
fried spam sandwiches with tomatoes, like homegrown tomatoes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it ain't bad.
I've had that. And then, of course, the all-in-one sandwich that that you can just eat straight out of the can with your fingers is Vienna sausages.
Yeah, no, we did eat those too when we were little.
It's
Take 'em
always good to
hunting.
keep one of those in your glove box. You never know when
Right.
you run out of gas and you're trapped.
Or you go hunting and you get hungry.
Yeah.
Just open your can of those.
So a few cooking tips for you this morning from Scotty Ray and Candace from here in the Southland.
Cooking or non-cooking, just whichever's the easiest.
But things that I have never been hungry enough to eat, and I'll just go ahead and call it out because y'all have seen them sitting out there. I don't care what state you're from. Pickles, pig's feet. I ain't eating it.
Me either. That
There's
is not
something
going
about
to be.
that big claw floating in that jug on the counter in the convenience store that makes me go, no, I don't want that.
They're dyed red.
Yeah.
Along with the pickled eggs that are also dyed red.
Have you ever had
And they're
it?
in that red stuff. No, I don't. I like dill pickles, like kosher dill pickles, and that's it.
There was
Pickled
a.
okra, I like that.
This is my memory of why I won't eat a pig feet. I was a little boy, and there was a gentleman that lived down the road from me named Mr. Earl Gray, and he used to cook hogs. And I happened to be down there one day when he was preparing it, and he cut the foot off a hog, and that hog's foot jumped around for about 15 minutes in the yard. And I remember watching that as a kid and thought, no.
Oh, goodness.
And it stuck with me. It's kind of like the thing of, when you get a chicken and chop the head, it runs without the head. In case y'all didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about the chickens, but I know quail will do that.
Really?
But you pulled the head off of those.
Ring in the neck.
My papa used to raise them, and so I always had to help skin them. And
Yeah. Hey, I wanted to mention this because I noticed your name was also brought up. The Meridian Star, local newspaper, does a thing of the best of the best, and you get to vote on it.
Yes.
And you've been nominated for best hairdresser.
yeah, I am in the little hairstylist.
Yeah.
I don't know who did it or anything. So
I think voting begins July 5th. We've also been nominated somehow for radio personality. This isn't in radio, but that's okay.
Yeah.
And also TV personality. So when the voting kicks off on July 5th, vote for us. We'd appreciate that.
yes, that'd be very nice. And I don't know who did the nominating or whatever, but thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Old hairstylist over here.
There's a lot in my category. There's a whole bunch.
There's a bunch of folks cut
There
hair.
is. It is. A lot of hairdressers in this town. So
Let's see. Luce Barrett said Vienna sausage cooked in Spanish rice is a family favorite. I've never had that. Have you? That's a new one to me. Denise says, congratulations. We appreciate it. Pickled knuckles are better, is Milton Savels. I don't know if I
pig
could
knuckles. I just don't want to eat anything, any kind of, like I'm not going to eat, what do you call them? Chitlins.
eat that. Oh, chitlins are off
that
the
ain't,
no.
ain't doing it.
Kirk Jr. Knight, if y'all know Kirk Jr., I was 8 years old. He took me to the Boy Scouts for the weekend, and they cooked up some chitlins. That was my first time around that. I didn't make it to the Boy Scout. That ruined me.
My son that's away right now, but he's so picky and wouldn't eat anything. I mean, wouldn't eat like spaghetti. I mean, just
That's
things
normal
that you
food.
normal food that you eat. But he will go to the deer camp with his dad and try anything, frog legs, or he tried chitlins. I mean, I just can't even believe that he eats some of the stuff he eats down there. But
Now, a few more comments there. Carol Stamper, and I don't know if because they have a raunchy smell. After you get that on your fingers and you don't have any of that stuff to squirt on your hand, and you call what is that stuff? The hand cleaner stuff now?
I don't know, but you can always put lemon.
Yeah.
Like lemon juice.
Sardines. Once you get that juice on you, it's there with crackers. Everybody knows you're coming.
Yeah, I don't want any sardines either. I remember my grandparents, that was a staple in their cabinet. And my granddaddy would eat them all the time. Just peel that can lid off and dig in. Now,
I don't remember the last time I had this. LaWanda Grantham mentioned potted meat is not much different than canned devil ham.
Yeah.
And I probably had that, and I just don't remember it. A hot sauce sandwich. Eugene Alexander, I have had those too. You put that on that loaf bread.
Well, I was hungry this morning, but I think that's subsided.
You on a diet now?
Yeah, if I had to eat stuff like that, I'm on a diet.
Let's see. Denise Burnside said she would add ketchup to my mayonnaise sandwich when I was getting fancy.
Look, when I said I used to eat Dorito sandwiches. That's what I ate back after school every day, which sounds so nasty, but I'd put ketchup on bread and crumble up Doritos on it, and it was ketchup and Doritos sandwich.
It works.
Yeah, it did.
Now, my favorite as a kid, when you saved up enough aluminum cans or were able to cut grass, and y'all know this, if you grew up in a very small town that didn't have, like if you lived in this area, you could get a job at a Wendy's or some, back when there was Bonanza, but where I grew up, there wasn't businesses, so you either had to cut grass or things like that. But if you could walk to the store, and I had to buy them every time I passed by it, tater logs. I can make, there's something about that batter on tater logs.
Yeah, that is good. Now, my best memory of something that was a treat when I was little were the push-ups.
Oh, yeah.
They had little polka dots all over the thing, and you push them up, and they taste kind of like orange sherbet type ice cream. That was my favorite. We had to get one of those every time we went to the store.
35 cents down at at Knight's.
We used to get them at Covington's store. On 493, it's no longer there.
In the curve.
Right. Years ago, a tornado took the store and their house. And anyway.
That's where you went.
That was my favorite when I was little. Yeah.
So anyway. A few thoughts about food this morning. That's interesting there, those sandwiches and things that we've all had. So keep that in mind. If you're planning and you're on a budget today and need to go somewhere and have some backup food. Good to keep that kind of stuff in your your little bag there.
It is good to have. Mm-hmm.
Some of our friends want to remind you, if you've got a plumbing issue, and we're talking about Master Flow Plumbing. They're located on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, and they handle all of your plumbing needs from Hattiesburg south. If you've got an issue, they want to talk to you about it. From under your house problems to replacing pipes in the front yard if you've got a sewer, or, as this points out here, an entire water line out to the road. If there's an issue, magnolia trees are one of the worst that grows through a house and through the roots there that tears up things. Yes. So watch those near your water line. Underneath your house, which causes this problem, that slab leak. Boy, that's awful. Well, Master Flow can come in, reroute that, fix it, redo it from underneath your home, or if they have to do it through a wall. And this is an issue there. They get hung over probably 10-year period. They start looking like this.
Yeah, we had one tear up not long ago on our shower, the knob,
And then the redneck way is go ahead and put some vice grips on it.
Yeah.
But they'll take care of this for you. Master Flow. And if you need your pipes cleaned, $125 charge. And what that gets you is cleaned, guaranteed for 60 days. And there's no charge of any other charge. Flat $125, they'll fix it for you. From water heaters all the way to getting, new tile done. And it's hard to find somebody that's good at doing tile. Right. And they do a great job, from garden tubs to showers. That's it. You'll see them at Master Flow Plumbing, 36 years, a whole heap of experience. They're licensed, bonded, and give them a call at 228-870-0471. Galen will help you out and take care of things.
I was injured on my job, and I applied for Social Security, but I got denied.
I thought that money belonged to me if I got hurt on the job. I just want to know how to get my money.
I'm attorney Richard Schwartz. Let me go to work for you and get the money you deserve.
Richard Schwartz could do all that red tape, and now I'm approved and getting my benefits.
Call me, Richard Schwartz, and get the answers you need and the compensation you deserve. We know the law, and we know how to help you.
And welcome back, Scotty Ray and Candace, and Miss Big Hair over here.
Yes.
It's really not that big. We welcome you to watching the show. Thanks a lot. We got some good mornings to pass along.
That's right. JT Rigdon, good morning to you. And Miss Donna Roseman, she's watching this morning. We want to say good morning to you.
Along with Gail Gappard, LaWanda Grantham. Let's see, also in Denise Burnside.
Donna Sue Peebles says good Thursday morning. And Milton Sable says good morning.
All the way from Naka, how do you say it?
Natchitoches.
Louisiana. We've got Charles Coker watching this morning. Thank you there. And also Connie Shockley is watching today.
Ann McKee, she says good morning. And Larry Smith says good morning. And he's watching from Philadelphia, Mississippi.
And this one, I'm glad I'm not in her position, as Charlotte Gray is snapping beans and watching this morning. That's a summertime favorite right now.
I'd much rather snap beans than shell peas or shell butter beans.
Those purple holes. You want to talk about some sore fingers the rest of the day.
That's right. Yes.
Denise Burnside is watching also. Thank you, along with LaWanda there and Denise.
Eugene Alexander, he made a comment about the hot sauce thing. I think you addressed that earlier. But, let's see. Steve and Wanda McKinnon says good morning. And Carol Stamper, she's asking what about the sardines?
Yeah, if we eat them sardine sandwiches.
Yeah.
She may be laid up there this morning on the couch watching us and flopping them in.
Oh, goodness. Mm.
Let's see here. Donna Sue Pebble says almost burnt toast with egg and ketchup is the best sandwich. That's a new one for me.
Yes. Barbara Schneider said that they were on a dove hunt years ago, and they had some Cajuns that brought alligator, and it was delicious.
Now, I've tried that at the Choctaw Indian Fair, where you can buy it from the... It's different. Well, as the old saying, what's it taste like?
What's it taste like?
Chicken.
Yeah. And I had some alligator bites. It was when it was a little restaurant that's closed now, but the Hungry Heifer used to have them. Fried alligator bites. They were okay. I don't like anything that tastes kind of has that fishy taste to it. And
you're not into that?
Mm-mm.
Let's see. Karen Palmer said my mom would eat peanut butter, tomato, and onion sandwich. I never tried it. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Just something about that just doesn't sound good.
Yeah. My papa used to eat an onion like an apple. I don't know how I did it, but yeah. I love onion, but I'd rather have it cooked.
You're pretty stout if you can do that.
Yes. That with cornbread and milk. You ever had that in a glass?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. That's kind of a Southern thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Buttermilk is even more Southern.
Oh, you like buttermilk?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
My daddy did.
I use it to cook
All
cornbread.
it is clabbered milk.
Yeah, I use it in biscuits and cornbread, and I even use it when I batter my chicken and stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, Jeannie McKay, good morning to you, and Thaney Stovall, say good morning to you.
Yeah. Any way that I could convince, if I bring a glass of buttermilk up here, would you turn it up?
Now my mother, on the other hand, she'd turn it up in a heartbeat. She loves buttermilk.
There's a lot of people that do that.
Yeah, I can't.
Now, when I was a young man, and I say young, me and Angie had just got married, and I worked radio at night. And then during the daytime, I was your board and milkman, many years ago. And I remember handling enough of that Elsie buttermilk to last a lifetime.
Good morning to Mr. Elmer Talbert. He says, good morning, y'all.
No matter where you are this morning, I wanted to bring this up. We have a missing person. And let me pull up the picture. Her stepmom contacted me and asked if we would bring this up. Let me pull this up on the big screen so everybody can see it. Now, this is from in Mississippi. It's going to be the Mississippi Delta area is where she's at. It's kind of up near Clarksdale in the Mississippi Delta, in that area along in there. It's, I think, to the east of there. Her name is Savannah Jane Sanderson. From Marks, Mississippi is the actual name of the town. She is 16 years old, 5'7", weighs 130 pounds. Facial scar on her right cheek, wearing a brown shirt with flowers, black tights, and a tie-dye Crocs. There's the telephone number, or you can email them. Anything that you see would be greatly appreciated. There's nothing worse of a parent of a missing child. We don't know any more details at this point of who, what, and why. But if you see something, call somebody. They're worried to death.
That is so scary. I can't imagine,
I know. So,
I would be beside myself. I mean.
And, there's no guarantee, no matter what state you're watching this from, that could be anywhere by now.
Right. They could. So hopefully this will reach a lot of people and they can pass the word on.
Yeah. This is something new that I caught yesterday. Amazon, I think we've all heard of that. They're getting ready to build a solar farm in the state of Mississippi in Scott County.
Oh.
So I'm not sure how many jobs that might bring, but a solar farm. That's at least we're getting something out of it from those folks.
Yeah.
Down in it was I think this was in Bessemer. You know where Bessemer is, don't you? And if you're in Alabama, always or Mississippi, it doesn't matter where you are, what store you go into. But an elderly lady in Bessemer was attacked in the parking lot of a Walmart going in. She was stabbed. She's made it, but she was robbed and they stabbed her. That was Bessemer in a parking lot. So
it's horrible.
Don't if y'all see something, blow the horn. If you see somebody that looks like they're fixing to get attacked or something, blow your horn, cause a scene, scare somebody. There. Let's see.
People are just crazy.
Yeah.
They've just gone wild.
I haven't dug into this, but you know that thing that pops up on your computer, McAfee to protect your computer?
Yeah.
Well, the guy that invented that, for whatever reason, lost his company. Somebody else took over. He was in jail for something. I sent my son a snippet of this, and immediately he sends me back a text from this guy that goes, "Hey, if I end up dead, I didn't do it." And he was found dead in his cell yesterday.
Oh, goodness.
So... And this is, I'll show you the picture of this guy here. I don't know what he was all into, but that's him right there. And he was found in his jail cell
So it's in a Spanish court. So
Yeah.
he was in another country, I guess. I mean,
But something fishy possibly going on there. But like 2 days ago, he tweeted, "If I end up dead, something's wrong." Another thing, we have to send out a big congratulations. I don't know if everybody's seen this yet, but let's pull up the picture. Meridian's own Holly Brand has made it to comes up.
oh, I can't wait to see it. I hope it's not a cloudy night where you
Yeah.
can see it really good.
We got a 30% chance of showers late, but that's pretty neat there that's coming up. So go outside tonight. There'll be lots of pictures, I'm sure, as people post the pictures of the moon coming up. Always great to see.
Yeah, it is. I've tried to take pictures of the moon and it never turns out good. You know, I wish I could capture just what it looks like. You know, I guess if I have a good camera, but I guess if I had a better lens, like the attachable lens, you know. So anyway.
Somebody was mentioning if somebody grabs you and throws you in a trunk, kick the tail light out. That's a good one there.
Yeah.
Denise Burnside, the guy that we just brought up, said that he was granted extradition to the U.S. and then he was whacked off. And I think that's what they didn't want him to talk.
Goodness.
Whatever happened to him there.
Somebody said that our sound is cutting off and on. You don't know if it was on her end. Are y'all having the same issues? I know Tajetta said that our sound is kind of cutting in and out. Y'all let us know.
Yeah, could be an issue there that I need to get on.
Yes.
So we hope all that works out.
I wonder if it's because of we were talking about a little surge type thing.
Yeah, we did have a surge earlier. I don't know what that was about.
Yeah.
I got a yes, sound is good. Somebody said something was buffering, so hopefully that will work out. After this is over, we'll reboot. I'm telling you that if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm learning that. So it has to be something going on with that reboot there. And let's talk a little bit about weather this morning as we pull up the weather here. This is something to watch. This storm here, as the National Hurricane has it, is nothing to worry about. This is going to die out. Right outside of Africa right now is what we're watching for the next few weeks that could possibly be something, turn into a storm there. So we'll watch that.
Okay.
As we look
hopefully it won't.
Yeah, but it is looking like it could. As we look at our 7-day forecast, let's pull that up and take a quick look here what we've got. Thursday, a little bit of rain there, but next week is when the rain will come back. Y'all be ready for that. 70% chance starting on Monday. What we've got over the weekend is some slight chances in the afternoon hours, so keep that in mind as you're planning your day. So I think we all enjoyed as a kid watching Westerns. Of course, we had Bonanza, and we had Gunsmoke. There was a big one, the Big Valley, all of those shows. But it all started somewhere.
Yeah.
And the very first Western to ever hit TV, and I was in this guy's hometown. They got this big billboard made of him. And he was the first cowboy Western to ever make it. It appeared today in 1949. Hop Along Cassidy. That's Bill Boyd was his name. And he tried a lot of other things, but the cowboy thing stuck with him. He was the greatest thing since sliced bread in the 1950s with the Western.
I wonder if that's my grandmother had a light fixture in one of the bedrooms that had I think it was maybe that. I don't know.
Hop Along Cassidy?
Yeah, I think it had horses around it with cowboys and
It
stuff.
could be.
I think that's what it was, but I can't be.
He was huge, and then of course Roy Rogers come along, became the king of the cowboys. That little grin he had.
Yeah.
Dale Evans
I always
loved
thought
it.
he looked like Clint Black.
That's his boy, I think.
Yeah, I swear they look so much alike.
His mama went to a Roy Rogers autographing. I'm convinced.
Let's hope Clint don't ever hear that.
Something went on that. Boy looks
Might get
too
a
much
bad-
like
We
him.
might get a bad message.
I wonder if there's ever been a DNA test on that.
He does favor him. There's got to be some kind of a kinfolk connection somewhere down the line.
Yeah.
Because, there just has to be. They just look like a clone of each other.
It's just too uncanny.
Yeah.
Of course, Roy was married a couple of times there. I don't know. Do y'all know the Mississippi artist, Paul Thorne? He's got a song, and it really fits this. And the name of it is Buckskin Jones is the name of it. And he's talking about as a little kid, he loved to shoot cap guns, and his mama had this picture of this cowboy, Buckskin Jones, on the TV. And he goes, all the neighbors said I looked a lot like him. And on her dying bed, she tells him, that's your daddy.
Oh, really? Goodness.
And it is so funny and cute, and it just kind of goes along with that.
Yes.
So in other big things, it was 1981. I've seen the rerun of this, but it hit theaters on this date. It was for your eyes only. And I almost think that he played one of the best. Roger Moore played the best.
I always thought he was just the traditional Bond.
Yeah.
Guy.
The new guy I have not connected to. It was a good show,
Yeah.
but it just didn't do it for me.
Yeah.
And then who was that other dark-headed guy that got the part on later? He was in several.
Pierce Brosnan.
That's him.
Yeah, I didn't care for. I guess when you see an actor who has been on so many other different things, it's
Didn't
hard
fit.
it's hard to picture them as like James Bond, and because that's just a classic
Yeah.
role. You know what I'm saying?
It'd be almost like putting Fred Sanford,
Yeah.
Red Fox in there. And
Yeah. Yeah, I
know
just
what I
I never thought he made a good one, but anyway.
If you were sitting around your radio in 1987, Nashville shipped this out, and it would become massive. It would be the song that really made him. Randy Travis, Forever and Ever.
Amen.
Is number one on this day.
I saw a video of him after he's had his stroke, and stuff, and he was singing it the other day.
Is it?
Well, I mean, it was a video I watched the other day of him singing it, and he's really come a long way, I think, but it's still hard to watch that,
It is. And then, Randy done such a great job with that song. And it was kind of like the comeback. He'd been off a few years and Three Wooden Crosses came out.
I love that song.
Whoa.
That is a great song. If you've never heard Three Wooden Crosses by Randy Travis, you got to pull it up and listen to it because it's so good.
Oh, and trivia question time. I texted it to you. Did you listen to it?
No, I didn't have time to do anything this morning.
No, I done that a couple days ago.
Because and normally I don't bring this up, but
Okay.
I didn't want to go without recognizing people commenting yesterday. But yesterday, my mom popped on there about my birthday, and said happy birthday. She was just because my stepdad called and said, "Don't forget to call Candace and wish her happy birthday." So she just immediately popped on comment, and realized that it wasn't yesterday, but everybody was commenting happy birthday. So if you told me happy birthday yesterday, thank you so much.
But today is Candace's birthday.
Yeah,
so
it's actually today.
happy birthday.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I wouldn't have brought that up, but I didn't want to go without recognizing people's.
I had intended on going and getting you a birthday cake, and then we don't have any internet issue going on.
But what I was getting at by mentioning that when you asked me, I saw where a lot of people had commented on Facebook because I
Right.
get notifications, but I hadn't even had time to go look. So I hadn't had time, Scotty Ray, to look at anything you sent me. So I will.
She ain't had time.
I haven't. I've been rushing this morning like normal.
I understand. But
Anyway.
really, so do we want to discuss, and because I want to be a gentleman here, do I have to even go near what age we're at, or do I stay away from that?
It don't bother me. I'm 47. So,
Okay. I thought you were going to say
47.
29.
No, as of this year, I start going backwards though in age. Next year, I'll be 47 again or 46.
Oh, well, happy birthday. I
it don't
really hope
bother
it's a
me.
good one. Y'all going
Thank
out
you.
to celebrate or doing it at home?
Probably not going out. My husband gave me this morning. He gave me some perfume, 2 different kinds of perfume.
Wow.
One to wear to work, and one if we go out. So, whatever. That was sweet. And then I had a homemade card from Alden, and it was so sweet. And Kurt gave me a card. My mother gave me a card. So
Things are looking
had a
up.
good day so far. I'm proud of it. So
Nominated for best hairdresser. Boy, I'm telling you what.
y'all vote. Go vote.
Yeah, do that for her. 2002. This was one of my favorite Rascal Flatts songs. "Praying for Daylight" was their first time you ever heard of those guys. A country band, if you're not knowing what we're talking about. But they released "These Days." This was the day that it was released in 2002. That has been 19 years ago.
Gosh, it does not seem like it's been 19 years.
And the whole premise of that song, and what made it such a hit, and I think a lot of people do that. You've gone on your 20 years since you dated somebody, and you bump into them, and you're like, "Whoa, I didn't expect to see you."
Yeah.
I heard you married somebody that didn't fit you, and she's divorced, and he's wanting to call her the entire 20 years, but he never has, and then boom, she's gone on an airplane again.
Oh gosh,
It's just
I
that
hope he went
chance.
after.
It didn't sound like it.
He just let her go.
Again,
Don't y'all know you got to chase him down?
hog time.
Look, everybody's saying happy birthday now. Thank y'all so much.
Yeah, we do need to say
Thank
something.
you.
Look at there.
It's a bunch of y'all. Thank you
You
very
got
much.
called a sweet lady by Miss Mary Chisholm.
Well, thank you, Miss Mary.
That was
I
nice of
appreciate
her.
That. Yes.
Let's see.
I appreciate all of y'all. Thank you.
What is Scotty Ray getting you for your birthday?
Probably a clock,
That would be a good
an
one.
alarm clock.
a tracker. Where are
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. It's almost 5 minutes.
We're live. Come on. Where are you?
5 and 5.
This happened, and he's done this several times. This guy, when he sees something that isn't quite right, I even want to say that he called a woman out one time for grabbing his shirt. But it was 2008 that Tim McGraw jumped from the stage and whooped up on somebody because they were hitting a woman in the audience, and he wasn't going to put up with it. And he held the guy down, tore him off the one. I think he hit him a couple times, and security got there and hauled the guy off, and Tim just wasn't going to put up with it.
Wasn't it Faith Hill that got all bent out of shape when some woman was trying
Grabbed his shirt.
Yeah, something. And Faith Hill, didn't she jump up on the stage?
I want to say he's a married man or something.
Something. She got all bent out of shape, though. She was protecting her man.
That was that Loretta Lynn song playing there. You ain't woman enough. Take my man.
Right.
But yeah, they're quite the couple that have stayed together. It's not many. Y'all know that celebrities, when it usually 3 to 4 years is like forever, but they've been a long time.
They have. They got several kids, I think. Girls.
Oh, Faith there. This would have been never imaginable, but Eric Clapton, I think everybody knows him. I Get Off on Rock and Roll. What was some other songs? What was Eric Clapton?
I don't know the songs really but I just remember he did a lot of instrumental stuff,
On a Long Lonesome Highway,
I remember
east of Omaha.
His son. Remember that? He lost his son. That was horrible.
What was that? Cocaine. That was a big one that he done. But anyway, his guitar sold for almost $1 million, $959,000 in 2004, and it was to raise money. Was what it was for. Clapton,
for an addiction clinic. That's really good.
He's a pretty good old boy. He's real quiet. Not outspoken when he's in public, but that auction off done a great job for somebody. This was kind of weird, and it was so weird that everybody goes, "That's weird, and you need to stop." And they did. When Elvis Presley passed away, he was taken, to that mausoleum, and they closed the door. It was an above-ground mausoleum, and then he was moved to Graceland later. Well, the tomb that he stayed in 2012, they were going to auction it off, the crypt, and everybody goes, "Ew."
Why would you want that? That is just morbid.
There were some Elvis fans. The hearse burnt to the ground.
Really?
That hauled his body. That was going to be a
How did
big
it burn? Somebody burned it?
It just caught on fire. They were delivering. Somebody bought it, and they were delivering it, and it caught on fire at a red light and was gone.
When the hearse catches on fire, they might. Oh, that's odd.
But there's so many people collect that Elvis stuff. It's big. And I don't know, maybe you've got a favorite person, a star that you'd like to have something. But like locks of Elvis's hair was huge.
Yeah, I don't care to have stuff like that.
That's not your thing?
No, that ain't my thing.
You know what I've always wanted, and I guess I ought to research it to get it, because you can probably buy just about anything these days. But I'd like to have Jimmy Stewart's signature. I always want, from It's a Wonderful Life. I want to buy one of those one day, and I'm sure it's out there to hang on my wall. I like Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah, that would be neat. Now signatures, that's kind of neat to collect, I would think, but. Yeah.
The big autograph. Jackson, Mississippi, yesterday afternoon, the Popo was involved in an incident. As we pull up the picture of, they bumped into somebody.
Now, who was it they bumped into?
It was that car over there on the left.
I know it looks like a name.
It's got some writing across the hood.
I was trying to read that. I don't know what that is.
But every now and then the Popo has an issue.
Yeah, hopefully nobody was injured.
Yeah. Let's see here. As we brought this up, the state of Mississippi, and this is going to get under a lot of people's crawls, and I mentioned this morning.
Yeah.
If it happens with this, the state of Mississippi flag is going to be next. Atheists, we're out there. You know that they exist, but they're suing the state of Mississippi now as we pull up this story from Y'all Politics over the "In God We Trust" that's right here on the back of each one of your tags. "In God We Trust," right there. They're suing, saying that it breaches their rights. What say you? Do y'all agree with that?
I'd say bring it on. Let them sue them. That's just crazy.
But it does worry me, the state of America right now, the judges, and that's where the buck stops.
Yeah.
A lot of times they don't interpret the law the way it's really written. They put their politics into it.
Well, I don't see, when I say bring it on, let them sue them, just let them try. I don't see where they're going to have a leg to stand on. I mean, that's crazy.
We'll see.
That is ridiculous.
It is. And this was just filed. It's going to be.
If you don't like it, just put something over it. Okay. If you don't like it,
Well, you can get a different flag, a different.
buy a tag that's
personalized.
personalized, like "Go into hell" or something.
Yeah.
Because that's what you do.
It is the highway there.
Yeah.
So we'll watch this case as it slowly develops here in the state of Mississippi. What will come, and that will be a lot of the city. I'm sure that there's a lot of police, sheriff's departments that put that on their car.
Yeah.
I want to say that we've got that City Meridian and Lauderdale County. That's in God we trust on those.
Yeah. I think that's ridiculous, though. I mean, it's just slowly, like we said yesterday, the people are trying to chip away at the foundation that this country was
Founded on.
founded on. And each state, too. I mean, I hope people stand up, though, and defend this because, I mean, it's ridiculous. It's getting crazy.
If you back down and they win that case, then it's just setting the pace of what's coming. You go back to the first, what I call frivolous lawsuit of coffee and things where take a criminal that breaks into your house and they fall and break their leg and they sue the homeowner and the judge awards the criminal money.
Right.
Something's wrong when that happens in America, folks.
It is. It's crazy.
And the only thing that can change that is voting, of getting people out that think that way, that it's okay to sue and win.
Right.
Worries me, keeps me up at night. I don't know about y'all.
It's crazy. It's gotten crazy. I mean, this whole world's going insane. But
California sort of had enough also. This started out as a rumor, and usually this stuff, as people talk about it and a petition starts, nothing ever really becomes of it.
Right.
But now it has really made a difference. In California, the governor is being recalled because over 1.7 million Californians signed a petition that said, we don't want him anymore.
Right.
And they're going to have a special election for governor. They're one of the few states that has that clause there that a governor can be recalled if, is it like 3/4 of the voters sign a petition?
Yeah.
And well, he's headed back for election. I don't think he's going to win.
so they're going to let him go back in?
No.
I mean, they're going to let him be up for vote. I mean,
Yeah, he'll get to run
Okay.
for governor again.
That's crazy.
But also, what's her name? The dude that used to be a guy.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah, that's a woman now.
Bruce.
Yeah. Brucette
Yeah.
is probably going to run against him.
Caitlyn. Yeah.
And then I was reading it. I don't know everything I need to know about this, but the election for mayor of New York is going on. And they've started something new about popularity. They went and voted, and they rank you in popularity, and then there's more voting. I don't understand it. I
Yeah.
got to read up on it.
Yeah.
But the election was held, and the cop, so far as leading, he has not won. I don't understand it. I got to read more into it.
Yeah.
So a few small thoughts there as we look at some headlines that are going across. This is devastating overnight. If there's prayer warriors out there, y'all need to do that for our friends in Florida. Last night, and let's show some pictures of this, an apartment
gosh.
building collapsed as people slept. Look at this.
Oh my goodness.
Here's the picture. And
It just collapsed.
Fell.
I mean, that's like it was like a bomb or
I know.
something blew up. doesn't
One
it?
person confirmed dead so far. And this is what the building looked like before it fell. I'm with you there.
I mean, that doesn't even look like it would be possible to just collapse. I mean, that looks like it was like a bomb or
I
something.
know. It does look that way. This is firefighters on the scene. This is where it happened there. This is Miami here on the right-hand side.
Oh my goodness, that is
And
awful.
This is another view
Does
of the
that
building.
not look like an explosion happened?
That's what it looks like. I
Goodness.
don't know how that could happen. But y'all keep Miami in your thoughts. You think about being in your bed and a building collapses.
I mean, there was children in there
Yes.
too. That is horrible.
But the search
Prayers
is
for
on.
them, yes. There has to be some kind of a street camera or something that caught the footage.
You would think so.
Yeah.
Here's another shot of that. And again, this comes from Daily Mail as they're showing pictures of what went on there. This is what it looked like before inside one of the apartments there. And this is what we're looking at. That's just horrible.
That just, to me, it does look like some kind of a explosion. I mean, how do you knock the whole front side off of a building? Yeah.
And as weird as this is, also, as you go to Washington, D.C., and if y'all remember in the Meridian area, down where Dairy Queen was, and you had the Honda shop, and now where you go get those po' boy sandwiches everybody talks about.
Yeah.
Remember the walkway?
I do
that was
remember
across-
a long time ago. Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Washington, D.C. had one of those, and it fell. And let's look at the pictures of this. It fell on a truck. I don't think anyone lost their life, but there's several that were injured. It just fell across the road on top of that truck as it was going. So it's like over the last couple of days been like a weird thing of things falling.
That is weird. I had, until you brought that up, I did not remember that there was a walkway across there, but yeah.
I don't remember it being tore down, but I do remember it being there.
Yeah.
And it had the little wire that went across
Kinda
it where
like
you could,
that,
yeah,
yeah.
where you couldn't fall.
It'd probably be that's a dangerous area right there. It probably wouldn't be
Yeah.
a bad idea to put something back.
I don't
like
know
that.
how you'd walk across
You
that.
just run and pray.
Yeah,
Pray while you're running. I don't know.
'Cause if
It's
you-
awful. I mean, it's hard to try to get across there too. If
Even
you're on
in-
one of the side roads, that's about like North Hill Street. You just either go to a red light or take your chances.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Because a lot of times it's better just take a right-hand turn instead of trying to cross
Yeah.
all lanes of traffic, go down.
That's
make
what I do a lot
turn.
of times. I go down to the Pizza Hut and turn through the parking lot because it's
Yeah.
closed now, so you're not, interrupting anybody in the
It's
parking lot.
like, and this is one of those just little weird things with me. When I'm traveling and you get off the
Mm-hmm.
interstate to go buy gas, when you get off, I always try to go to the left-hand side, turn into a gas station there. So when I leave, I can get back on the interstate and
Right.
there's no heavy crossing traffic.
You have to think ahead.
That's just, not everybody does that. I know it's kind of odd. And
But I hate that, trying to get out in traffic. It's so scary. And like when I have customers they're older, when
Yeah.
they're driving still and stuff, I'm like, do not try to pull out right there. Do not. I'm always scared that something's going to
I
happen.
remember as a kid in a little small town, a lot of people know it, Scuba, Mississippi, where several of the elderly people got the gas and the brake confused and they'd run through the building of the post office.
Yeah.
That was a pretty common thing you'd see. And back in the day, it was the only place that you could see tomatoes growing in the flower pots instead of flowers. I
Right.
do remember that.
Yeah,
That's when you know you're in the South.
that's right.
As we get ready for the 4th of July, our friend Charlie invites you by the Red Fireworks Barn. If you hadn't got your fireworks yet, go see them. They're open through July 6th, and they have just about anything that you're looking for. Home of the no dud guarantee. Look at all the fireworks that they've got lined up for you there. They're specialists on this. They can tell you these right here are fun. They pop. They're real loud. And as you get into the artillery shells, boy, a lot of people love that.
Right.
This is just a different view of all the shelves and things that they offer there, from fireworks for the kids to, well, those of us who like the Big Bang.
Yes.
Check it out. It's going to be coming July 4th, not that long off.
I
As a matter of
know.
fact, we're sitting on, today is the 24th,
24th.
and we look over there. Yeah, that's going to be Sunday of next week, a week from this Sunday.
That's right. So y'all, you got a week or so, a little over a week to get your
Yeah.
fireworks ready.
Home of the no dud guarantee. They'll guarantee all of their work there. That's those artillery shells that I was talking about in the back of the store. Check it out. Charlie, the largest fireworks dealer in East Mississippi and west to Alabama. You'll find them on Highway 19. Always a great deal. Saves you money. You can shop now in advance. And I want to point out also, there's no tent. It's all air conditioning. You will not
that's
sweat
nice.
while you're up in Charlie's joint.
That'd be
Why?
nice.
Because Charlie don't want to get hot either.
That's right.
See them today. That's the Red Fireworks Barn, Highway 19 in the Meridian area.
Hurricane season is here, and like most Mississippians, you know the drill. Organize a severe weather safety kit, know how to safely use a generator, and have a plan of action to keep your family safe if a hurricane threatens. And when outages do occur, you can now report and view current outages through our free smartphone app or website at emepa.com. Remember, when storms come in, be ready if the power goes out. East Mississippi Electric Power Association is your local Touchstone Energy cooperative.
When a semi-truck hit me, I had to survive. I promised the little girl I was going to read her a story the next time I saw her. My son called Richard Schwartz. He helped me every step of the way and got me the money we deserve.
I'm here for you. One call, that's all.
Candace has pointed out that I've been doing a horrible job as a host over here, not recognizing some comments.
I did not say that.
Y'all didn't hear her during commercials there where she was jumping all over me.
Oh my goodness. He will tell a story.
I'm scared of this woman too.
Look, you got to watch Scotty Ray because he'll tell one. It's in the Southern.
Some comments though that you were going to bring up.
Yeah, a lot of people are still saying happy birthday, and I want to thank all of you.
Makes you feel special, doesn't it?
It does. It gives me a little smile. on my
Well,
face.
it only happens once a day, and then there's some point in your life that you truly are proud and you tell everybody your age. Then there comes that part where you want to bring it up, and then in the end you bring it back up because you're just happy to be here.
I know. Yeah, I'm just happy to be alive.
Because there's some that are not getting that opportunity this morning.
That's right. That's right. So it's every day that I can wake up and breathe. It's a blessing.
It
You know,
is.
it really is. And y'all are all, I say it all the time, but y'all are all such a blessing. I mean, it makes me feel really good. And I will answer each one of you. Thank you personally later when I get a moment. And I always try to do that on Facebook too. If somebody wishes me happy birthday.
And let me interrupt you and ask this, because as you're talking about your birthday and all, is turquoise your favorite color on your birthday? Why you wore that?
I really do love this color now. This is my favorite color. I don't know if you call it turquoise.
Earrings
or,
match? Y'all
yeah,
look at
I do. I
this.
got my necklace going on matching down here, if you can see it. You know?
Oh, look at that. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, you can't see that. It's my necklace.
One day we might have one of those stand-up boards. We'll get to that.
Yeah. But I do appreciate each and every one of you. And let's go to some comments about some other things too. Let's see. We're still talking about the songs of Eric Clapton.
Yeah.
And so Angela Dunnigan said, I Shot the Sheriff was one of them. I remember
But
that
I
song.
did not shoot the deputy.
That's right.
I'd forgotten about that too. That was big.
And then William Beckham said, do you know who had the #1 song in person worldwide the longest?
No, I do
#1
not.
song. He said it was Hank Snow.
And which Hank Snow song was it? I don't hurt anymore. I don't hurt anymore.
That's right.
And I thought you were fishing to say, I've been everywhere, man. That was such a, how you would ever remember all the words to that song.
That's on one of the commercials, I think.
Johnny
like a-
Cash's version.
Okay, yeah. And it's on one of the commercials for a travel.
I've been to
Or like one of the delivery commercials or something. And then you scroll on down, let's see.
Down or
I think down.
Okay.
Denise Burnside, let's see. She's offended by atheists, she says. A lot of people are. I can't believe it. People don't believe in God, but they don't, some of them. Let's see. Somebody said, tell the atheists if they sue, then the money that they want has got in God we trust.
There's a problem if you don't use the money.
Right.
But happy birthdays there.
And Denise Burnside said prayers for those in Florida.
Yeah.
I think who asked me where I worked?
I don't know.
Somebody asked me a while ago, where do I work? And I work at Voila Salon in Meridian.
Yeah, y'all try
North
to
Hills.
y'all try to spell that.
Voila, Voila. So,
I'd be looking for a building with a W on the front of it, going, I can't find you.
it's a V, big V on the window. Yeah.
Kim Balking is watching this morning from the big city of Quitman, Mississippi. Hope y'all are doing there, doing well.
Yeah, it was Angela Dunnigan asked me that about where I work.
Yeah.
So that's where I work.
Also, let's see, Linda Jane wished you a happy birthday. Tabby Joe Long, some of the ones, and Sarah Nisa is watching. Thank you. We appreciate you watching there.
And Linda Jane Lunsford says, happy 17th birthday to Avery Luke.
Yeah, well, that's
Happy
a big one
birthday,
for you.
Avery. You got my same birthday.
As we go to some more headlines, y'all remember the guy that was on TV, Josh Duggar, however you want to say it?
Yeah.
He has been denied. He asked for a 6-month delay, and the judge said, no, we're moving ahead with this.
Right.
So expect something to happen. It ain't looking good for him. I think they've got a lot of evidence on this boy. His wife still standing by him, though.
Yeah. I don't understand that. I mean,
She believes him, apparently. We don't know all the details, and again, you're innocent
that's
until proven
scary.
guilty.
That's right. You know, I guess that is the case. I know I could speak for myself. I would not be so trusting, I think, especially if I had kids. And there was so much evidence, you know.
Yeah, but, we don't know what's in her head or why.
That's right. You know,
So
you got to do what you got to do. I just hope the children are
safe.
That's all I can say. Yeah.
The more you look at New York, tourism has got to be sinking in New York City and a lot of these places, not only New York, Seattle, as we go all across these big cities in America, to where Americans, it's a pretty big deal to get to go to a big city and go see all the sights.
Oh, yeah. It's something
but
different.
now, Americans don't feel safe going to these. New York is filled with graffiti on the sides of buildings where all of that used to be cleaned up back in the Giuliani days. De Blasio has really just... And people, they're laying in the streets. Look at this picture here. This is one of the scenes that you see as you go through New York. They lay around a junkie on the street, shooting up right there.
Right in the middle of the,
It's gotten way out of hand. And do you want to take your grandchildren, your kids to a town like that?
Yeah, that's not something I would want my children, or I wouldn't want to look at it myself. You know, see stuff like that going. It's sad that it's going on, though.
You know, the next headline we see here that's about this says children are witnessing lewd acts, nudity, drugs, hundreds in Manhattan has always been the upper scale part of the New York area. Not so much anymore since things went south. Washington Park has been overran. Do y'all know that that's going on in Washington Park? Yeah. It's just a big blockade to where you can't walk through it anymore, and they protest every night. And it is despicable things.
What does that remind you of in the Bible? Seriously.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people compared, you know, other towns, like in the South. There was one in the town, you know, like maybe New Orleans stuff going on, you know, at times. But yeah.
Denise pointed out Venice Beach has turned into Tent City. California that way. If you watch any of the video from there, it's just, and there's no other way to nicely put this, and I'll word it the best way I can, but people, and this, you would think of this being a third world country, but they just go to the bathroom on the street now.
Yeah.
Filth.
That's awful.
Where does this stop? When do people go, okay, you people that have been running this state don't know what you're doing anymore?
That's right. I don't know. It's gotten bad, you know, in a lot of places. I can't say everywhere. I was going to say everywhere, but I can't say that. Not everywhere. But a lot of places where just chaos is set in, and, you know, the police aren't able to do their job like they should without backlash from the chaotic people, you know?
Yeah.
And they don't have the support of the city governments in a lot of different areas, and really on a national level either, you know.
You know, and here's a headline. Let me just throw this up there. This is why all this happens. If I mentioned judges earlier. Here's a prime example of it. Man with 10 prior arrests is freed by a New York City judge after he started a stampede that left a woman covered in blood when he brandished a knife and taser in a crime-plagued Washington Square Park. They didn't do anything to him. Right. He caused this woman to be hurt. They've done nothing to him. He's been arrested 10 times, and he's just said, okay, go ahead. When it reaches the judge, they have got to put a stop to this.
You know, yesterday I watched some of Biden talking about, and the guy that spoke before him about the gun issues and gun law.
And I missed that.
Okay, well, I didn't see the whole thing because I didn't have enough time to watch the whole thing. But, you know, they were saying that now they're going to crack down on like people who sell guns even more. And they're going to have to do, you know, background checks even more. And, you know, they can't just be selling guns on the street, selling them which I agree. I mean, I think people should have a background check.
Yeah.
I really do think that, you know, they should do some kind of background check on people. But, you know, it's just, they were talking about, though, assault rifles and what was considered an assault rifle. And they did mention even he said pistols, you know, but he said handguns that shoot more than one bullet are considered. That's what he said. That's
basically every gun other than a stick shooter.
A gun with a clip.
Yeah. Y'all,
they're considering that.
Y'all better be careful.
They're talking about, you know, people, they want people to, I guess, turn them in, or I don't know. But anyway, they were blaming like crime on the guns. It's the people, y'all. It's the crazy people that are doing all the crimes. You know, get them off the street and don't put them back out there. Have a place, you know, get Hunter to sell some paintings if you have to. Yeah. You know, raise the money.
Donate that money to help somebody.
Yeah. Then $500, $1,000 paintings, you know. Yeah. Donate that money and build a facility somewhere to put all these crazies, you know. Get them off the street.
I'm with you on that,
and all
Candace.
These gang members, you know, who's going to go take their guns? You know.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it will only be the criminals left with the guns, and they will rule the country.
That's what we're saying. Everyday people who try to do the right thing and just have a gun to protect their family if they need it, or go hunting or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I know people, they're saying, you know, it's not the hunters. It's not the, well, you know what? Eventually, it's going to get down to that.
Absolutely. So, that's right.
Right.
As we turn our thoughts to our friend, Tiffany, she's got a lot going on for you at the boutique this week. She's got some new merchandise coming in any day now that we're waiting to see here.
She does. She has all kind of neat gifts and home decor. She's got these tea towels that have little sayings on them.
Now, the painting there on the left, she painted.
You told me that. It's really pretty. And just original art that she's done, like Scotty Ray just said, and also just modern art that you can purchase all kind of like these crosses, wrought iron type, painted crosses. I have a bunch of that kind of stuff in my house. Mirrors, home decor that is rustic or modern, and she mixes both. That is just a neat feel when you walk in there. She has these graphic T-shirts that you can go buy that have like Stevie Nicks, AC/DC, Blondie, and also you see the Maryland, and then also the "Don't Make Me Go Beth Dutton on You." That's from the Yellowstone show.
Love that show.
That's cute, but cute plush slippers.
Yeah, and if you want to lay
Scotty Ray.
around all day Saturday, this is what you wear.
That's right.
Go to the mailbox in this, you'll be the hit of the neighborhood, along with your robe, and of course throw pillows and things like that
Yes.
to make your house look more watermelony.
Yeah.
That's a good word.
A lot of people are doing the outside decor
Yeah.
now, and I mean, she has some really cute stuff. So
Check it all out. You'll see her today inside the Atrium Mall there. They'll be there until 5:30 today through Saturday, closed on Sunday. See it. That's Tiffany Blue's Décor Boutique right here in the Broadmoor area.
My dad was a farmer. My granddaddy, too. I was always pretty proud of that. When my truck was hit by a company vehicle, I thought I was going to have to sell the farm. Thanks to Richard Swartz, I didn't have to.
I'm here for you. One call, that's all.
And welcome back with Scotty Ray Candace. Remember the guy that we'll always probably have that image burned inside of our head that stood out in front of his home with his AR-15
Right.
protecting it in St. Louis? In the end, he's going to run for office. He made a plea deal this week to where him and his wife pleaded guilty to something. They took their guns and then destroyed them. They had to give them
the
up.
guns that they had that day.
Yeah.
Did you see the picture of the new one he bought?
Yeah, he went and bought an AR-15 20 minutes
It
later.
wasn't used that day though. It was a new one. So.
But he said it was the best thing. They were going to win. It would have went on, and he surrendered the gun.
Yeah.
And now life goes on. He's going to run for office is what's coming up.
I think it's good. Maybe he'll change some things for the
Seems to be a level-headed, but for the life of me, if you live in a gated community, there's gates up. People bust down the gate. How can you be at fault protecting your property?
Right. It's the craziest mess. Of course, if you just look at the mayor, maybe that was there that I
Yeah.
don't think did a whole lot to protect him. And
No.
then what was it? The
Prosecutor.
That she just had a personal agenda, it looked like to me. So
Kentucky, the rednecks have come out. I don't know if you've heard about this yet, but they had a redneck rave in Kentucky, and it went into chaos, and a woman's throat was slit. 48 people were arrested dealing with this. And when we say redneck, let's show some pictures of what the rednecks do. Yep,
What is
flamethrowers. Get a redneck to watch this, y'all.
Oh yeah.
And this is big deal. These things here run 25,000 plus.
Don't you know somebody had some tannerite ready to
Oh, you
to
know they
shoot it?
did. But that's Redneck Central,
Good grief. Yeah.
and they enjoyed themselves. But a lot of people got hurt.
Ain't
And
nothing wrong with rednecks now.
Yeah.
Because I got a touch of it in me, I'm sure.
everybody does.
Yeah.
But that's a scene from the Redneck Rave, and probably expect more of these to pop up. The Redneck Raves get together anytime there's beer 4-wheel drives. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. That's what's going on there.
Of course, we always want, to keep things
Peaceful.
peaceful. Yes.
We hope it'll stay that way.
Goodness.
Let's see here. Denise said that everything in our nation is kind of turned upside down right now.
Gregory McCary, excuse me. He says, I'm so proud to be from Meridian. Sure, we have a homeless problem. He thinks we should be grateful for such a nice place to call home.
Yeah, and we should. Also, Jessica Morgan pointed out the young lady that we mentioned earlier that is missing. Everybody said, please pray that she is found.
Yes.
And we do hope she is. So keep that in mind and keep prayers for that. We'll go back over fireworks. That is coming of the big places that'll be doing it. Racing continues this weekend at Why Not Motorsports Park as we get near the 4th of July. He always has a great show. Hope you'll join Rodney and his family out there for what's going on. Vacation Bible schools are going. If you've got one, we would love to hear from you on Vacation Bible schools. A few of them that we know that is going on is Collinsville First Baptist in Lauderdale, and Bethany Baptist Church starts on the 27th.
And the Collinsville one goes through Friday. It's 8:30 to 11:30. And the First Baptist, it ends on Thursday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And the Bethany is 5:30 to 8:30 p.m.
Thank y'all for joining us. We'll be back in the morning bright and early as we'll come back.
And thank y'all for my birthday wishes.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by